Well, the upstate community is reeling from the death of this 25-year-old. He was killed in Pickens County earlier this week on 183. Wesley Gant was on his dirt bike, which he loved, when he was hit by a teenager in a Jeep from behind, right there near the flea market. It was Tuesday night when he was hit, flown to Greenville Memorial, but just couldn't survive those injuries. And we've seen dozens of posts still happening on social media just about what Wesley meant to them and the huge loss he now leaves behind.
Right, we sat down with two of Wesley's good friends who say he lived life to the fullest every day. Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax has more.
Jacob Cordero says he was in bed last night after 11 when the call came in.
Got out of the driveway and booked it to the end of my road as fast as possible. And when I got there, it was like, it didn't feel real.
Just down the road from his house in Pickens on Highway 183, his longtime friend Wesley Gant's bike had been hit.
He's the kind of guy I'd walk into a room and if you were having the worst day ever, he'd put a smile right on your face.
Highway Patrol says Wesley's vehicle was struck from behind by a Jeep driven by an unidentified juvenile. We inquired to see if charges had been filed and are waiting to hear back. But for those closest to Gant, it doesn't really make a difference.
Wesley was the big brother that I never had.
Cordero says Wesley's name, quote, Wild Man, means he knew the risks every time he got on his bike. But it was that love of biking that brought them close together. Another friend of Wesley's, Josh Baldwin, agrees.
He had a tattoo on his hand right here that said Full Throttle. And after meeting him and being around him for the past couple years, he lived his life full throttle.
Baldwin says he got to know Wes through work, but they quickly became fast friends. Wes had been telling him to get a dirt bike these last few months.
I made the jump and bought another dirt bike, and last Wednesday was the first time we got to ride together.
One last ride in this life, he says, but there are plenty more to be had.
I'm fortunate that we at least got to do that.
Cordero says he just wishes he could hug his friend one more time. Baldwin says his message to everybody is that life is short and precious, and you should cherish all of the moments you have with those you love and try to turn things positive like Wes always did.
Well, we also reached out to troopers for some safety tips about this, and here's what they tell us. We did a special on this on Monday night. They remind everyone to wear a helmet, keep your head up, check visibility, drive defensively, and inspect your brakes. Also, again, just check your bike and drive defensively. That's the big thing from the Highway Patrol as we see warmer weather move into our area. More people are out on bikes.